Happy Halloween, everybody. Let's talk about something absolutely traumatizing. In the early 90s, the show Twin Peaks was taking the world by storm. The plot revolved around an FBI investigator sent to a small town called Twin Peaks in order to investigate the murder of Laura Palmer. It was created by David Lynch and Mark Frost, but in this video, we are going to focus more on David Lynch. He is the director of such films as Mulholland Drive, Blue Velvet, and of course, Dune. But in this video, we will talk about undoubtedly his most haunting work, the prequel to Twin Peaks, Fire Walk With Me. This is the scariest film I have ever seen, for many reasons. The film perfectly captures what a nightmare is like. Nothing is what it seems, and the film captures this in the most terrifyingly realistic way possible. I would describe the film as nightmarish because even when nothing particularly bad is happening, still nothing feels quite right. We all rely on trust. It is one of the most important parts of our lives. But what happens when we are stripped away from that trust and left with nothing? In this film, no one is as they seem, and you don't know who or what to trust. The film, while somewhat supernatural, still feels very realistic in how it presents its themes. It manages to find horror in the reality. A reality so bleak and devoid of innocence that you feel just about as hopeless as Laura. When it feels like there is no one to trust, it is no wonder we cover ourselves up and say that we're fine when we really aren't. In the process of convincing others that we're okay, we subconsciously convince ourselves that we are as well. But we don't realize this and that we're not fine until it's way too late. Instead of acknowledging these things, we just continue going deeper and deeper, but we don't realize that we're making our own graves. These are thoughts and feelings that we've all had, but we don't like to acknowledge them, so we just hide behind more and more things, much like Laura Palmer. But the real question is if we can stop ourselves before we too become Laura Palmer, before we too go so deep that we dig our own graves, before we too become ghosts.